Hello there, welcome you guys. Today we're taking a look at the LEGO Speed Champions set 77237, the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. The set has 390 pieces. It'll retail for $26.99 and will release on August 1st, 2025. I happen to find this set along with several other August 1st LEGO sets in store early at my local Fred Meyer's here in Oregon, so that's why I'm able to get this video out to you guys about 2 weeks before the actual release date. So no, LEGO did not send this set to me for free. I did have to purchase it with my own money. So now that's out of the way. Personally, I'm not a huge Speed Champions guy. I'm more of a LEGO Star Wars person than a Speed Champions person, but every now and then I do pick up the Speed Champions sets. Like I have the James Bond, I've got the Fast and the Furious stuff. I've got a couple of other ones over on my shelf over there, but every now and then I'll pick up a Speed Champions set, especially if it's a car that I have some sort of a connection to. And funny enough, the only Dodge Challenger I've ever driven happened to be in this exact color scheme with the lime green, although the one that I drove had 2 black racing stripes on the top of it. That was the rental car I got when I went to Las Vegas for SHOT Show. I don't know if I have any pictures of it or not. If I do, I'll throw one up or something like that on the screen for you, but that is the only Dodge Challenger I've ever actually personally driven. Start off taking a look at the packaging here. Top left, we've got the LEGO logo. Right next to that, you got the Speed Champions logo. And then over on the right corner, you have the Dodge logo. Personally, I'm a Dodge guy. That's what I drive, is a Dodge Ram, so I like Dodges. And then we've got our age rating 9+, set number 77237, Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, 390 pieces, building toy in a couple of languages. And then you got a picture of the Challenger here out on the open road. Looks like it's in some sort of deserty, like almost Las Vegas area. And then coming over to the top side of the box here, we've got the set number LEGO Speed Champions. You got a side view of the vehicle as well as the 1:1 scale with the tire here on the other corner. Coming over to the back side, or well, not back side, bottom side. We're gonna look at that side first. LEGO set stuff. You got your UPC down here. If I can get it to you guys, this box is the exact size of my recording space. There we go. So there is your UPC if you need it. Like I said, these are showing up in Fred Meyer's already, so you might be able to find this if you go look. I'll throw a picture up on the screen right now of where I found this. They had them on like a display. The one I went to the first time had the saying like Summer of Fun, I think is what it said. I didn't take a picture of that display, but I did take a picture of the second Fred Meyer's I went to that had these. It didn't have the topper part for the display stand, but it did have all the same sets, which included the Speed Champion set here. It also had the Porsche, which I didn't pick up. And then it also had the 327th Slop Trooper set from LEGO Star Wars that is in like a security tag. There's an Iron Man set there. I actually picked that one up. I don't think I have that. I think I left it on the truck, but I do have that one as well. And then there are a couple of other sets, like there's the one-piece set down in the bottom right of the display stand, and then there's a couple of other like Friends sets, I think, that are August 1st releases as well. And then up at the top, you've got some previous July Wave Star Wars sets. Coming over to the side of the box, on this one, you've just got the LEGO logo, and then you got your components made in Denmark, Mexico, Hungary, China, Vietnam, the USA, and Czech Republic in a couple of languages. Coming over to the other side, you've got a top-down view of the Challenger. It just has the black on the hood, it looks like. And then you got Speed Champion, LEGO, and that. And then coming over to the back side of the set, I'm also noticing it's not picturing any minifigures, so I'm not sure if it's actually going to include one or not. All of the Speed Champion sets I've gotten previously have always came with one, but they may be changing things up here. So you got LEGO logo, set number again, lego.com down there. You got another picture, kind of the back side of the vehicle out on the open road. You got, those are probably vultures, I would guess, given the scenario. They could be eagles, but they almost look like they'd be vultures given the scenario. Then you got Dodge, you got the other pictures, you got the realistic picture right there, and then a picture of the vehicle build, and you got your push tab there. So let's go ahead and pop her open and see what we got inside the box. Okay. Take a look inside the bag. You get your instructions as well as 5 numbered bags. You also get your base plate loose, not inside of a bag. That's how all of the Speed Champion sets I currently own came. The big base plate just loose, not inside a bag or anything. Then you got your instructions. Don't worry about the QR code. It's already been redeemed. And then come over to your parts checklist. looks like it's just the 2 pages. Yep. Oh, let's see, that's the first one. So there is the finished model. And then that looks like it's probably, I think those are already out. And then these look like the rest of the Speed Champions waves for, oh, I actually have it on the camera here. That looks like the other 3 sets that are going to be out for August 1st, being the Porsche and the Bugatti. Like I said, I think those, maybe the orange one's new, but I'm pretty positive that blue one's already out, I think. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm more of a Lego Star Wars guy than a Speed Champions guy, but it is what it is. And then coming over to the next page, you got parts checklist. It's on 2 pages. If you need it, here it is. Lego does put these out online, but for my Mega Bloks guys, they like to see these. So that is page 1. And there is page 2. And the set does come with a minifigure, so we'll take a look at him or her, whatever it is. Looks like it's a him. Looks like he's got a beard. You never know, though. Here is the completion of bag number 1. So some interesting things to point out in here. You get this nice looking coffee cup. This is my first time ever getting this piece. I've definitely seen this around before, but it is my first time ever actually getting one of these. I'm definitely not going to keep it in here, but it's supposed to be in like the cup holder right in the center there. That'll definitely come out and I'll use that in my Lego City at some point. But for now, I'll keep it in the build until we're done. And then there's also 2 pink tiles, one right here and then one right below it. So you guys know what that means, right? Lego designers get 2 cakes. And then as for extra pieces in bag number 1, you get a black cheese slope, a round 1x1 tile, or not tile, this is a plate with the hole straight through the center. You get an extra one of these modified tiles with the pinhole right there, bottle topper, and then an extra one of these like ring holder pieces in light bluish gray. As I work through the build, I figured I would show you guys 2 cool pieces that are in the set. First one being the black ski piece. This is the first time we've ever getting this piece in that color, so that's kind of cool. It's going to get buried. There are 2 of them in the set, it looks like, so that's kind of cool. And then this domed piece, there's 3 of them, it looked like. I'm assuming that there's going to be 2 for the set and then 1 extra, but it's kind of this cool, like, trans glitter 1x1 modified tile almost. It's got like a dome with a bunch of like spherical shapes on it, if that makes sense. So I figured I'd just show you guys these cool new pieces that I've never seen before. Well, ski I've seen before, but like I said, it's the first time we're ever getting it in this color. There is the completion of bag number 2. Everything you do is going to be on the back half of the vehicle. You can kind of see those skis that I pointed out. Those in black, like I said, are the first time we're seeing them. They're actually a really clever use, so you're never going to see these when you actually build the vehicle, I'm going to assume, other than right here on the sides of this printed modified cheese slope. Oh, and actually, that's off-centered. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay, you can just barely see those skis sticking out between the rear tail lights and the Dodge logo. That is the ski that sticks out right there. So really clever parts usage. Definitely a cool thing that Lego was able to do. And then you've got 2 printed pieces. You've got the Dodge logo and the SRT logo on the tail there. And then that's about it, I think. This might be a new color for this piece. I actually don't know off the top of my head. I should go verify that before I tell you it. But I think this is also a new piece. Or it's not a new piece, but a new color for a piece. Same thing with the mud guards. I'm not sure that we ever got those in lime green before. As for extra pieces, in bag 2, there is one of those domed pieces like I was thinking. You also get a 1x1 lime green tile, and then a lime green, white, and trans red 1x1 plate, as well as one of these bottle toppers in red as your extra pieces in bag 2. That'll be the completion of bag number 3. There's a couple more pieces that I think are our first time seeing in lime green. I could be mistaken. Like I said, I'm not a huge Speed Champions person, as well as lime green is not a color that I get that often, because typically Star Wars doesn't use it other than whatever comes with the gunships. So yeah, I don't have a lot of lime green, so my lime green knowledge might be off, but I do think those are the first time we're seeing them, because I've never seen those around before. As for extra pieces in bag number 3, you get an extra one of these bar with a stud on it, lime green cheese slope, trans black 1x1 plate, and a extra one of these 1x1 quarter, or not quarter, half round dark red tiles. As completion of bag number 4, you get 2 more printed pieces. If you haven't noticed, there are no stickers in this build, which is very refreshing for a Lego set, because I know most people, myself included, do not like getting stickers, especially in 2025. Stickers should be discontinued for Lego sets, and fully printed parts like all other brick build companies are doing, like Mega, Lumi Bricks, everybody else out there is doing fully printed parts. Lego is the only one not doing them. So it's very nice seeing Lego actually getting with the times. So you get 2 printed tiles, or well, slopes, not tiles. You get one on this side and the other one on this side of the Hellcat logo. And then what else is there to say? You got your headlights that are made out of some clips, so we'll see where these go. But you get 4 of these in trans clear. What else is there to say? Nothing else too interesting for this part, but we'll go ahead and get on to the next part. And then, as for an extra piece, you just get 1 more of these half round tiles, 1 by 1 in lime green, that actually make up the mirrors there. As for extra pieces, in bag number 5, you get an extra 3 long bar in dark bluish gray, animal horn in black, 1 by 1 round plate in black, and a 1 by 1 quarter tile in black as well. And there she is, all built up. We got our minifigure right here. I'll just set him aside. We'll take a closer look at him here in just a moment. But we'll go ahead and take a look at our vehicle. It's actually a very nice model. They did a really good job with the front end here. You got another not a 1 by 1. It's a 1 by 3 jumper plate that's printed with the SRT logo and the grill on it. And that's at an angle just underneath this here, and then you can kind of see those clips are used to make up the headlights. Really good parts usage. I actually really like this model. Lego did a very good job at designing this Dodge Challenger Hellcat. The only thing I maybe say I don't like is I don't like this section right here. This is very hard to line up. So what it is it's a 1 by 1 tile modified with a clip. Then you have this dark bluish gray 3 long bar with 2 of these road signs in black. And you got to get that all perfectly lined up and symmetrical, which I'm having a really difficult time with doing, but I got it close enough, good enough for government work. Other than that, that's really my only complaint that I've got with this set. Everything else looks really good. There's a lot of good usage of bar pieces. There's a ton of things that are being held on right now because of bar and clip connections, actually. So Lego did a very good job with this model. I would actually recommend picking this guy up. And most of all, they don't do any stickers. Lego Star Wars could really learn from that. As for our minifigure, he comes with the standard flat silver wrench. I'm just going to set that to his side. I'm sure you guys all know what that looks like. And as for the figure, he just has plain blue legs, no printing on the legs. He's got a pretty standard hairpiece, and then he's got a face with a goatee. It is not double-sided, so it's only on one side. And then as for his shirt, he's got this black printed SRT logo with the Dodge Challenger right below it. I think that's supposed to be his name on the other side, maybe. He's got red arms, and that kind of plays onto the shirt, so it's got like upper red, so it looks like it's part of the shirt. Come over to the back side, you've got a Dodge Challenger with a skull, with a Evel Knievel helmet, and 2 checkered flags, and the Challenger's on fire, so it's a Hellcat. So that's pretty cool. Very nice torso, definitely a cool looking minifigure. Personally, I don't use yellow skin tones in my Lego City. I just use the realistic skin tones. The flesh-colored skin tones is what I actually use in my Lego City, so I'll probably swap those pieces out. But this torso, I am definitely going to find a use for that in my Lego City. Here is some size comparisons for you guys. So here is the James Bond car on the left, and then this is the dark red Corvette. And then one thing I noticed that I've kind of didn't point out is there is no license plate on this vehicle. I noticed all the other Speed Champions vehicles that I have a license plate on both ends. With the James Bond, you get like 30 license plates, but with all the other Speed Champion sets that I have personally owned, all of them had license plates. I think with the exception of like the not Maserati, whatever the supercar is that I have, that's the only one that doesn't. All of the normal street cars have a license plate, so it's kind of odd not seeing one on the Hellcat. And she fits right in Lego City. This set is definitely worth picking up. I would highly recommend it. I'm probably going to pick up another one of these to try to recolor. I'll probably try to recolor it in white if I can. I think all the pieces there exist in white. I'm not sure if any other colors would work for a recolor, but I'm pretty sure I could do white. Obviously, you're going to lose the Hellcat badging, but all of the Dodge logos, like the one under the hood and the one on the rear of the vehicle, those are not color specific, or well, they're black, but they would work if you did a recolor. Alright, you guys, that's about all I got for you. So if you haven't liked the video already, please go ahead and do so. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, it would do a big favor for me if you did so, because about 90% of you guys aren't subscribed. And with that, you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out.